You're right, there are a lot of instability factors in the economy, generally speaking. Brexit is, for instance, the most important headlines that we need to deal right now. And of course we need to take care of it. For instance, in Brexit we are preparing our operations to be ready potentially for a hard Brexit solution. So for instance, we need to reconfigure all the rights to be able to fly Europe and UK, so we are ready in that one. We need to put all the systems ready to absorb a much higher level of volumes, which are changing the status of the goods. I think that on one side, the Brexit, to some extent, we can understand and we can plan for it, and we're ready. On the other side, there are things that we don't know and we cannot plan, but we have built resilience in our network so that we can move and adjust our network to absorb this level of turbulence. So it's not easy. Well, first of all, we have a fantastic footprint. We are definitely the expert of international trade. We can reach 220 countries and territories next day. The second thing that we are really equipped to provide specific features that are very important for this kind of market. So for instance, we have the ability for the recipients to identify what are the best options for them to receive the goods in the timing and the options that they prefer. With the current configuration, we can ensure the recipients can register his own profile and having the possibility, for instance, to opt and say, well, if I'm not home, you can leave it to a shop. We have possibilities for customers to pay duty in advance so that they can pay it in origin on behalf of their recipients, and we can anticipate that. So there are a lot of things technically driven in terms of data configuration and data security, which are really specific for the B2C. And then we have definitely a very highly advanced customer service, which is able to take care of all the needs of the customer or our customers. First of all is the investments. Every year the company is investing over $1 billion in new equipments, in new airplanes, in new facilities, in new fleets. But I think the differentiation that we have, and we're really proud of it, is our people. Our people, and we put a lot of emphasis in making sure that our people are in the best condition possible to perform. They can deliver with confidence a special service for the need of our customers. We are the special of international trade since 50 years ago. As a matter of fact, our company basically opened up an industry 50 years ago. And since then, we've maintained this leadership, not just in terms of market share, but specifically in terms of knowledge and let's say, abilities to help our customer. I think is the hardest commitment that you can find, not just in our industries, but generally speaking. We committed by 2050 to have emission zero operations, and the idea was in 2008 by 2020 to reduce the 30% reduction. Actually, we achieved that few years in advance, and now we want to relaunch and saying, well, we want to have by 2025 50% reduction. Comparing the baseline 2008, and by 2050 we would like to be neutral. The big area where we're working was the airplane. The other area was, and is still, I think, very promising, the area of our fleet, where probably all the cars, the vans that we're using, in a matter of, I guess, a few years, we have the technology available to move from, let's say, conventional engine to electrical. But a big chunk of our strategy is also what we call neutralization. Today, and since few years, our customers, for instance, are able to choose a shipment with a configuration by which a portion of the price that they're paying is invested into tree planting or other activities which are neutralizing the CO2 footprint of that shipment. And that is, I think, a beautiful thing, because it's really putting an option in our hands, meaning the ecosystem, to collaborate, customers, partners, DHL, for the good of our planet. All the investment that we're making, for instance, even the real estate or anything that has been planned and for acquisition or for investment, is really scrutinized and really chosen for the best impact in the CO2 emission.